Style takes too long. I can't fit anything. I have nothing in this closet. Oh, I'll just stay home. I need to purge my closet. Oh, but not that dress. Yo, Taylor here. If you ever thought to say one of these phrases, then this show is for you. Join me at the Style Table, where we'll have candid and fun conversations about real women's style issues and wardrobe dilemmas. We will discuss solutions and ideas that will give you a big sigh of relief. You'll learn ways to save money, make money, and enrich the lives of others with the clothes in your closet. We're going to take the stress out of your style. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Yo Taylor at the Style Table, and if you've never checked this show out, I'm glad you're here. This show is about style, living, and of course, shopping. And today I'm here with my very special guest, Jolisa Webb. She is the founder and CEO of Beauty in the Midst. And today we're going to be talking about health, wellness, and fitness, and how that can relate to your style. Jolisa is a health and wellness coach among many other talents and many other hats she wears. And I'm going to let Jolisa jump right in because she is my sister friend and I can just go there like that. And she's going to tell us about her brand, Beauty in the Midst.
Hi,
Welcome,
Yo.
Jolisa.
Thank
Hey.
you so much, Yo. Hey, girl. Hey. Thank you so much for having me on your show, and congratulations on your show as well. I
Thank
am
you.
so delighted to be here to talk about health and wellness with you. Health and wellness coaching is one of the latest extensions of my Beauty in the Mist brand. Beauty in the Mist LLC is a woman and veteran owned small business specializing in coaching and consulting. My philosophy is to provide, healing, holistic services that are compassionate and that really help my clients, meet my clients where they are and help them grow and move forward in a way that aligns with their best self and their truth. So, and we are definitely outcome, action oriented, and outcome and goals focused.
So now, Jolisa, I know you help people with who are thinking about divorce because you also have the brand Divorce Confidant. So how did you come about deciding that I'm going to add health and wellness into my, treasure chest of talents? How did you decide to add that to your business repertoire?
Well, absolutely, Yo. A lot of my clients, I work primarily with women, although I can coach men too, and I have coached a few here and there. But I primarily work with women. And one of the things that really continued to resurface was just problems related to health and wellness. And we'll talk a little bit more about the difference between health and wellness. Health is the overall state that we're trying to achieve. Health does not mean the absence of disease or infirmities or disabilities. You can still have those and be at the best health that you can be based on your circumstances. And wellness is actually the activities that you do to achieve your health, optimal health. So a lot of times people use health and wellness interchangeably, but really they're two distinct words, and they mean two distinct things, and words matter. And so what I found out with a lot of my women that were going through divorce was that they had a lot of health challenges. In fact, there's studies that show that women who are divorced, whether they initiate it or not, and there are a lot of women, especially women over 50, and women who've been in long-term marriages over 20, who do initiate divorce. But if they're not strategic about that, if they don't have somebody that can help them walk through that process, then they also end up having a lot of health challenges. In fact, more challenges than any other cohort, cohort of women. And so I really wanted to expand my knowledge in the field of health and wellness to be able to provide an additional service to my clients. and also to broaden my reach in terms of being able to support other people too.
Right, because if your wellness, if you're like mentally and emotionally torn, that has a direct effect on how you look and feel on the inside and out. It translates your internal, mental, and spiritual wellness has a direct effect on your health and how you show up.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And that's why I love partnering with you. We do a referral kind of tag team thing. You focus a lot more on the outside, which is great. And you do some inside work, but your specialty is the outer as a wardrobe strategist. And I'm looking more at things that are happening on the inside, how people are thinking, what are some of the obstacles that are getting in their way that are keeping them stuck, you know. And really kind of lasering in on that, because the reality is, and I know you'll agree with me, you can be as beautiful and as stunning, in terms of how you look. But if the things that make you who you are on the inside are a little amok, eventually that starts to show up, and it prevents you from being your best self. It can impede your ability to be authentic. And so that's really what we're aiming for. My services are aimed at trying to help people be authentic. And as a health and wellness coach, not only do I work with women who are going through divorce, I work with individuals who are trying to quit smoking, individuals who are trying to figure out how to achieve a healthy work-life balance, individuals who are struggling with interpersonal relationships, of course, individuals who are looking for greater satisfaction in life, individuals who are trying to adapt a more positive mindset. And around this year, especially individuals who are trying to lose weight as part of a New Year's resolution.
Absolutely. And all
Yes.
of those things are encompassing our New Year's resolutions. Everybody wants to be healthier. Everybody wants to be more connected spiritually. They want to meditate. They want to do all of those things. And of course, get physically fit. But you have to start out with the mindset to get yourself ready. And that's why you need a health and wellness coach, someone who's going to help you jumpstart and get going right away with your goals for the new year.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, Jolisa, I know you have several tips for us, and I think you have about seven, right?
Yeah, well, seven ish.
Seven, 10 ish,
7-ish, but who's
50-ish.
counting?
All of them are
Who's
great.
counting? Don't hold me to
So,
it, Judge, if I get more than seven, but I got at least seven.
so let's start talking about the. Shall we start with the health part? Let's start with being healthy and why people decide, how I'm going to get healthy. People have all these diets and they have all these, they want to lose weight and all of that. So let's jump right into that.
Okay,
The
well,
health.
absolutely. Well, one of the things, when I work with a client related to health goals, particularly, goals related to losing weight, we always start with the question why. Why do you want to lose weight? Why at this time? What is it about losing weight that you feel like is going to be a benefit to you? That's going to make you better. What's your rationale behind that? And that's not just a one and done question. Depending on what they answer, we'll dig a little deeper. But the main reason it's important to know why the person wants to lose weight is because weight loss is a journey. Attaining optimal health is a journey.
Mhm.
And there can be things that make it hard. There can be things that get in the way of that. And so understanding your why is something that normally can help you stay encouraged when things get hard and difficult. So we talk about your why. Is this a long-term goal? Is this a short-term goal? No judgment one way or the other. Some people maybe want to get get in shape so they can go back to that high school reunion and show all those people show all those people who made
Right, right.
made fun of them, how good they look now. Some people may have longer goals. Some people may it can just be a variety of reasons why a person wants to lose weight, but we really want to peel that onion back a bit. We want to ask them about to identify, some of the things that might get in their way and hinder them from doing that, so that we can, start to talk about strategies to either eliminate those or at least mitigate them. We want to talk about the environment. We want to talk about their support system. We want to talk about things and ways they hold themselves accountable, whether it's using something like an Apple Watch, which is something I use, or a calendar, and setting reminders. Yes, girl. Yes.
Yes, yes, accountability
But all
partners.
those, yeah,
That friend to call you up and say, he's not worth it. Put the pizza and the ice cream down, girl.
yes,
Yeah,
girl.
you need that accountability partner as
Yes,
well. That's
yes.
utilize your friends, your loved ones, your support system.
Yeah, absolutely. And so one of the things, once we get some of that granularity fleshed out, we actually, take a very strategic approach to this. And the first thing we start off with SMART goals, and a SMART
Mm-hmm.
goal is something that's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, and it's time based, And so, you want to lose, let's say you're a size 18 and you want to get down to a size 6 by, you know, Valentine's Day or something. Well, that's specific and it's time based, and it is probably relevant to you, but and it's certainly measurable. But
But is it
is it
healthy?
attainable? Is
Right.
that
Is
attainable
it
in a healthy
healthy?
way? And so we
Right.
have to have conversations about what's attainable, and that relevant part goes back to your why, because it has to be something that's meaningful to you, not meaningful to me, not meaningful to anybody else, but something that's relevant to you. And then you have to have some milestones in there. I encourage my clients we work to identify milestones along the way to kind of help them embrace the journey,
Mm-hmm.
kind of help them
Yeah.
enjoy the journey. Yeah.
Right, because when I'm talking with clients who, they've got like this kung fu grip on these clothes, and it's like, oh, I'm going to get back in it. But, realistically, especially when you're at a certain age, like if you're in your 20s and 30s, you're working out and the weight goes off and you're snapping back, and your 30s, it's taken longer. You hit 40, and it's like, ooh, I really got to work. It's taken me a really long time. You hit 50, it's like, never mind, just have the wine and cheese. So you have to be realistic
Yes.
about these goals,
Yeah, especially
and
time based. Not saying that it's not attainable, but part of
right, you
attainable
can do
is,
it. You can
is
do
it?
it. It
Yes,
can be
yes,
done. But yeah,
and
like you said, it has to be, maybe it's going to take you a year. If you're
yes,
slightly, you can do it. Anybody can do it.
right.
But it's better to be a size 16, 18 healthy
Mm-hmm.
than doing some dangerous diet tricks and remedies and lotions and potions and whatever to try to get down to that size 6, 8 in a hurry.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the other reason too that we want to go a little bit deeper and get into that why, because sometimes it's just based on, it's something that there's an emotional tug that's going on there.
Hmm.
Why, what's really going on? What's that feeling you're striving for? And sometimes by identifying some of that, we can come up with alternative. Is that the only way you can get that? Is there something else going on? So it's really about digging a little deeper, asking questions, really walking with the client along the way to kind of help them uncover, what's really at the root of what they're trying to, that particular goal, especially if it's one of those that sounds a little bit like, there's something a little bit else going on here. The other thing that I really have to stress too is, I always encourage my clients to make sure they work with their physician, their doctor,
Right.
especially before they undertake any, diet or exercise regime, because the doctor's in the best possible position to really advise them on how safe that course of action is.
And
You know,
when we come back, we're going to talk to Jolisa more about that advice. Talk to your doctor. We'll be back in just a moment.
Kick. Good job. Keep squatting. Good. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect.
Style takes too long. I can't fit anything. I have nothing in this closet. Oh, I'll just stay home. I need to purge my closet. Oh, but not that dress. Yo, Taylor here. If you ever thought to say one of these phrases, then this show is for you. Join me at the Style Table where we'll have candid and fun conversations about real women's style issues and wardrobe dilemmas. We will discuss solutions and ideas that will give you a big sigh of relief. You'll learn ways to save money, make money, and enrich the lives of others with the clothes in your closet. We're going to take the stress out of your style. Hey everybody, it's Yo Taylor back with my lovely Jolisa Webb, our health and wellness coach. We are talking all things health, wellness, and fitness. So as you can see in our commercial, our little, we showed Jolisa getting her exercise on, things that you can do in your home that are safe and fun. and she's active. And so we'll go ahead and talk about fitness and some of your tips to help people get jump started as a coach, because there's the physical coach like you were working with, but
Mhm.
we need a mental coach to help us to get there, like to get off that couch and
Mhm.
put that cheese down.
One glass of wine, not the whole bottle, right?
Well, it is COVID, but okay, one glass. It's the new
One
year.
glass, not the bottle. Yeah, not quite the bottle, but I feel you. I feel you. No, so we've already talked about one tip, and that is, setting the SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time based. Next, we want to talk about another tip, and everybody is probably familiar with this. I'm not going to tell you anything different. It's all about what you eat. Whole foods are better. Stay away from the packaged stuff. Shop the fresh stuff. If you have to, things that are not processed, you know they're just not healthy for you. They're not good for you. I'm not going to beat you over the head about that. I think we've all heard that story, many, many times, and I'm not going to tell you anything differently. The only thing I will suggest to you, though, is if you struggle in that area, you know uh, from my clients, I also work with nutritionists. I have them work with nutritionists who can really help them deal with the root and get more specific about their own unique needs, and help them formulate a strategy, that works for them,
Mhm.
because that's not my area of expertise. Um, the other thing, we want to talk about, tip number two is exercise. And so we just, as you just showed,
Thank you
I'm one of
for
those people. I like variety. My absolute go-to is walking, because I find
yeah.
walking to have a meditative effect on me, and so it helps me get in touch with my spiritual, my spiritual side. I do a lot of inner reflection when I'm walking. In one of the pictures you may see later, I also sometimes put my dog on my back, because if you can put some additional weight on your back, even though I'm retired Air Force, the Army did get something right, and that was rucking with the sacks on their back. And um, introducing some additional weight on your back will help you burn some additional
Now,
pounds. It
now
helps with
this aerial
yeah,
aerobic
my
chair,
area yoga. I
Jolisa.
love that. I love
I,
that.
you
And
know, I remember you invited me to that. I said, "Oh my goodness, my herniated disc in my neck was like, no, that's not for you."
that workout
And
is a
that's when
tremendous
it goes back
workout.
to right before the break, we talked about talking to your doctor. You need to talk to your doctor about
Yes.
what exercise programs are best for you.
Yes.
Um, and listen to your doctor when you're like doing participating in activities. Like I used to run like 5 6 days a week, 6 miles. I was like crazy addicted to running, and I didn't listen to my doctor. You're supposed to wear certain kinds of shoes, and I wasn't doing that. I wasn't changing my shoes out. Listen to your doctor, because now I have to walk because I can't run anymore because I didn't listen to my doctor. So that what you said before the break is huge. Before anything, diet or exercise, you
Yeah,
have to
consult with
listen.
experts. Yes, and I know sometimes
Yeah,
people are saying, "Wait a minute, I got to get a wellness coach. I got to get a nutritionist. I got." Trust me, you can't afford not to. Some of these things, it's like pay now, pay later, and a lot of times when you pay later, you pay more. So
exactly.
it's worth the investment for some of these to get some of these experts on your team,
Right.
because if they're like me, I'm not trying to become a regular fixture on your payroll. I want to help you and equip you with tools and techniques that you need, that are meaningful to you, that will help you achieve your goal and then be in a position to sustain it. And I think most nutritionists are like that. Well, so you're worth the investment, and that's how you have to take it. In terms of exercise, the American Heart Association recommends 150 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, 150 hours a week. So that's 150 minutes a week. I'm sorry, at a minimum.
Yeah, I'm
So
going,
that's
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, I know, right? It's like no, 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 no. 150 minutes a week. So that equates to about 30 minutes 5 times a week. You know, And so that's doable, and that's a bare minimum, and that's a great place to start, and you don't have to do it all at one time. You can break it up into two 15-minute increments if that helps for you. But yes,
I
if you can
always say
sustain
you
it.
could walk. I always say
Yes, you
you
can
could
walk.
walk because you can
Yes,
walk up the street. You can walk up the street.
you can
Just
walk
walk
up
through
the
your
street.
neighborhood for
You can
15
meet your
minutes.
neighbors. You can be
Right.
sociable. You
Walk
can
up
do
15 minutes. Guess
multitask.
what? You have to get back home, right? So you got to
Yeah,
walk back home. You've got the 30 minutes in. And
30 minutes. It goes by
while you're
quick
on the
too.
phone with your girlfriends or your guy friends or whoever, like you're on the phone yakking, you could just walk while you're talking for that hour and get it
Yeah.
in, you
Or
know?
you can combine it. I also listen to. I have a couple of apps I listen to that help deal with one of the other tips I was going to talk about, which is embracing mental exercises and meditation and things like that.
Right.
And so I also listen to the Headspace app when I'm walking because they have some really neat meditation type things and mindfulness things that you can do, while you walk to help strengthen that help strengthen your mental capacity, to exercise that executive thinking portion of your frontal lobe a little bit more so that you're not always acting from an animalistic perspective, and you can really increase your executive decision making. The other thing, so we've talked about food, we've talked about goals, we've talked about exercise, sleep. Quality
Yeah.
sleep is extremely important. It's extremely important. The National Sleep Foundation encourages healthy adults to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep each
This is
night,
huge.
and quality sleep, because it takes a certain amount of time for you to even get into that REM, that deep sleep pattern. That's the one where you probably start snoring, and I know none of us snores. I purr,
No,
don't
no,
you?
not me.
I purr, so I don't snore, but you snore. But you want to get into that deep quality sleep. And one of the things that there are a few things that can help you do that if you struggle with it, but one of them is going to bed at a consistent time.
Right.
The other thing is making sure you power off your electronics at least 2 hours before you go to sleep so that you don't have all that blue light and all that other technology kind of swirling around in your head. Get off Facebook. I know you have FOMO, but trust me, it'll be there tomorrow. Instagram and all that stuff, let it go,
Right.
because you're more important. And then make sure that make sure that your bedroom is a place that you really want to go. Make it cozy, make it sexy, make
Or
it
just
warm
clean
or
it.
cool. Yeah, yeah, but you want to make it inviting so that it's a place that you want to go sleep and preserve it. Make it like a sacred space. Don't bring your
Mhm.
work in there. Don't bring, TV, okay, a little bit, but make it delightful, especially if you're a couple. Make it cozy, but you can make it cozy and sexy for yourselves. That's what I do. So, but it's very important, and practice, relaxation techniques. There are all kinds of things that can help you with sleep. Noise, white noise machines, those kind of things. But sleep is very important and it's very underrated. The other
Yeah.
thing about that, the other tip is remember to take a day of rest. So we talked about the 150 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 days a week. So at least one or two of those days, make those days of rest where you don't do anything. Rest is very important. Do something fun, but it doesn't have to be, associated with, your fitness goals. Do something. Don't do anything to derail your goal, but do something fun that kind of gives you an opportunity to recover and reset, because it'll make the journey that much more pleasant, as you're going along it, and it won't seem so much like a chore.
And so, on that note, since we're taking it to rest, we are so happy that you joined our show today. And thank you, Jolisa Webb, for all those great tips. You are so gorgeous inside and out. Thank you so much. And please
Thank you
join
for
us
the
again
invitation.
at the Style Table. You can see us on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, Time Warner Cable, and of course on our TV network. So Everybody, I hope you have a great and a super fantastic day, and keep styling, living, and always shopping. Bye, everybody. Style takes too long. I can't fit anything. I have nothing in this closet. Oh, I'll just stay home. I need to purge my closet. Oh, but not that dress. Yo, Taylor here. If you ever thought to say one of these phrases, then this show is for you. Join me at the Style Table, where we'll have candid and fun conversations about real women's style issues and wardrobe dilemmas. We will discuss solutions and ideas that will give you a big sigh of relief. You'll learn ways to save money, make money, and enrich the lives of others with the clothes in your closet. We're going to take the stress out of your style.